for the hashtag Very Cool Guys. And this evening, I'm here at the shop, and I'm all done for the day. I actually left for a bit and went and got a workout in, and then I came back because I wanted to clear my mind. And how do I clear my mind? By working with my hands and doing work. So I wanted to, we got some upcoming projects where we're going to be using this job box here. And I thought, well, I have to install this bench vise on this job box anyway. So why not tag along if you want to? So I figured we'd go live. Be patient with me though, because quite frankly, I'm by myself. I have you on a tripod. I want to make sure you can hear me. And I want to make sure if you guys are commenting, or have questions, I'd like to get to all of them. So if there is volume, I'm going to turn that down. Edge every day, what's up, buddy? Redemption RBA says, yo, Dale Reed, yo! Brian Kerwick says, let's see some work. Yo, Brian Kerwick, you might actually see some work tonight. The Thin Blue Line, hey brother, what's up? Colt X says, what up, everybody? So this is what I'm thinking, guys. We're gonna mount this. I was kind of thinking, what would be the best position to mount this and get the most use out of it, or make it the most versatile? And I definitely don't want to mount it here on the lid, because then lifting the lid would become it would make this lid very heavy. I don't really want to mount it at the back end, so I'm thinking I wanted to mount this vise here on the side. I think we get the most use out of it. Hey, Courtney Edge. Brian Kerwick says, can hear you, but not a collar mic. You're right, Brian Kerwick. Definitely not a collar mic. Would just, hope it sounds all right. Let me know, guys. Does it sound all right? Is Brian Kerwick correct? We need a collar mic. Let me know what you think. At least the live stream's not dropping off, right, Brian Kerwick? So this is what I'm thinking. Because we're going to be drilling through this steel job box, mounting this bench vise, I figured, and we're going to need to drill up to a 3/8 inch hole through steel. I'm thinking that maybe what we could do is use some of these tools that you guys see. We go and we walk the depot and we review these, where we make a production out of it. There's cuts and edits, but I figured we just use these in real time, right? We have the M12 standard, and they're well worn. Then we have the Gen 1 fuel. I figured we could use the Deeds. 187 ICU says, Vince, my guy, what's up? What's up, brother? So we have the Gen 1 fuel, M12, right? And if we can't get through the steel, if we can't get it done, then we have to break out the M18. This is a brushless unit. It is not a fuel unit. Quite frankly, I'm a little disturbed. I don't know where my fuel unit is, and I wanted to get this underway. So let's get to it. I didn't want to look for the fuel too long. So I'm thinking what we can do is we'll clamp this bench vise up. We'll put it in a usable position. I'd like to have it as high as possible. Okay. I like to have it as high as possible, but not too high that it sticks above this lip here. We want the lid to be able to close. Okay? And this clamp just seems, this is an Irwin quick clamp. It really seems to be working perfect right here. Of course, I'll jinx myself and the Irwin quick clamp will probably hit the floor, as well as my new Irwin bench vise. But when it comes to clamping tools, I really think that Irwin really does a great job with clamping tools. How does it sound? Are you guys hearing me okay? Let me see here. Colt X says, let me see here. Colt X says, don't forget to smash the like button. I appreciate that. Douglas Kwan, mount on lid and near the hinge. It will be easy to lift the lid. That is correct. I agree that if we mounted it on the lid and near the hinge, because of the leverage of the lid, it would be easy to lift. But for what I'm thinking we're going to be clamping with this vise, and because it does, you can adjust this clamp. There's an easy little T-handle here. We're able to loosen this and spin this clamp. The materials and stocks that we're going to be clamping in this vise, the side mount's going to be better for us. So we're going to mount it on the side here. I think it's going to be more versatile. Let me see here. Vince, you sleep in that? I could. It's big enough. We were wondering, no lav mics tonight. I am shooting this video on the iPhone, and I want to make sure you guys can hear me. But yeah, I want to make sure you guys can hear me. So I want to just start by, if we can, make a few witness marks. I can't see. All these bright lights and I can't see. I don't like that witness mark. I'm going to remark. Nice. There goes the alarm. Okay. So we can start with that. Now that we have our witness marks, we can unclamp the vise. We can set this aside. We can set our clamp aside. You can see our two witness marks here on either side. So what we want to do is we want to start with a fairly small bit. We have to bring it up to, we're probably going to have to bring it up to 5/16 or 3/8, depending on our bolts, how they fit. We want a little bit of play for some wiggle room, but the holes don't have to be huge. They don't have to be huge. But why don't we start out with an 1/8 and step it up. The key to drilling through metal, you don't want to drill fast, you just want to use pressure. I probably should have some oil here. I don't have it. It's in the back, and quite frankly, I'm not going to go get it. So we just want to use a nice amount of pressure and drill slowly. We want to keep this on if you have a 2-speed drill or you are using the M12 line, you're going to want to keep it on 1 for that, okay? Cool, not too tough. Went right through like butter. Like butter. Okay. And we're starting out with 1/8. The key to drilling through metal is you want to step it up a little bit by little bit. You don't want to go straight in there hot and heavy with the 5/16 bit that you're going to finish with. You want to just step it up. It's funny, I watch some other creators. Justin David says, butter, what's that? Butter. So, I watch some other creators, and sometimes they'll wrap up at night. You know, they're creators, whether they're contractors or whatever they may do, what their profession is. Maybe they make some, you know, vinyl type gear, whatever. But sometimes they wrap their day up, or if they're working late, they'll set their camera up and they'll live stream their work. And it's funny, you know, they're good dudes. Some of them I've met in real life, some of them I haven't. But they start the live stream and they don't talk. It's just they do their work. If you want to watch them, cool. If you don't, they don't care. They don't really interact. Good evening, your real estate whisperer. Copper Elites in the house. Let me see here. I used to build them, never distilled. Colt X carbide step bits, the burr at the same time. I do have the carbide step bit. I could actually use that if I wanted, but I wanted to showcase the titaniums from DeWalt. So I have the step bit right here. So Colt X brings up a good point. Let me see where it is. Man. So let's just say you wanted to skip the whole stepping your drill bits up. They sell what's called a step bit, which is got slightly wet. I gotta tell you, we're gonna be doing a review of my ARE truck topper, because I gotta tell you, it's, you know, my tools got wet back there. I'm a little bummed out. So this step bit, you start out, you have this pilot point, and then it's graduated all the way. They have large stops at 7/8, inch and 1/8, and this one goes all the way to 1 3/8. It's a handy tool. This way, you don't need to necessarily. Matter of fact, what we could do is we could drill one. The problem is, will this M12 spin this step bit? That's a good point. So let's step it up. We'll step one up with standard drill bits. This is like all about error. This is the first time we're doing this. It's all about experimentation, right? You got to try everything once. If you like it, you maybe try it twice. You know what I mean? So we'll step it up with standard bits first, this hole, and then we'll step that one with the step bit. Because that was a good idea. Okay, that's 5/30 seconds. We'll step it to 3/16. Then we'll go to 1/4 inch. Oh yeah, make sure to wear your safety glasses. All right, we'll step to 5/16 now. Ooh, he's putting up a fight. So the M12 is now, this first battery is shot. So let's swap the battery. It's hit the end of the run. I have a fresh battery over here in the wings. I mean, I have one right here. Let me see here. Edge Every Day says no step drill. We have a step drill here, Edge Every Day. Witness Mark, South Philly Talk. Bobby Tharp says, yeah, man, you're talking nice and loud, perfect. What up, y'all? Says Tool Review Zone. What's up, Tool Review Zone? Yo, brother, we messaged you. Yo, hit us up. We're all about it, bro. Definitely all about it. Courtney Ed says, don't any metal shavings, get any metal. I should have gloves on. I gotta tell you, I was going to get them, but then running around, I left them in the truck. Sorry. Yo, Philly boys need a class on sharpening drill bits. Bro, by the time, Brannigan O'Brien says, how are you, Vince? I'm doing good, brother. By the time you end up sharpening these bits, it's more time and labor. I hate to say it, but in this disposable age, we just throw them out. So we're going to need to step this hole up to 3/8. This way, we'll be able to fit our 5/16 bolt through it, and we'll have some wiggle room for adjustment. Because I'm no machinist, I'm just playing one on YouTube tonight. To overuse, oh, my man. Real contractors don't use gloves. Justin David says, it's a shame to say it, but I find a lot of times real contractors don't use safety glasses either. And it's not something, you know, I remember as a young kid, I worked for a plumber when I was younger, and we would be cutting gas line and gas pipe and sewer line and all. I remember getting, you know, sometimes you end up getting, you know, back in the day, safety glasses. That was like something you saw on Channel 12, you know, WHYY. Like, nobody wore safety. We didn't wear safety glasses when we were younger, and I remember getting cast iron in my eye. It's nothing to joke about. I mean, you know, it's bad. You really got to wear safety protection. You really should be wearing gloves. Timo Man says, love your videos, VCG, and we appreciate that. So let's see how the M12 does. It's on a fresh battery right now. Let's see if it will make it through with this 3/8 bit. I'm going to throw this on the charger. Bear with me, guys. Sorry. This way we have a fresh battery. We don't want to go dead on live stream. You know what I mean? So just want to open this hole. Got it done. You know, I think they could have done it with a little more, you know, well, it's not the fuel line, it is a standard M12. How about at this point now, we'll swap batteries again, and we'll try to drill that. Way to pull and how they move with the grinder. I hate wearing gloves, says Justin David. So let's see with a full battery if we can drill the same hole out to 3/8, okay? The same hole, but using this step bit. Let's see if this M12 standard, not fuel, will actually do it. I gotta tell you, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. I am not gonna plug that in there because it'll probably get interference. Sorry about that, guys. Your real estate whisperer says I love wearing gloves. I actually like wearing gloves. For some reason, it just, I don't necessarily have them when I need them, so sometimes I don't put them on. So we drill the pilot hole here. We use the 1/8 inch bit. Okay, generally, if you put a witness mark and you're using a step bit, has a pilot point on it, you don't necessarily need to make the original pilot hole here. You know, you could just go with your witness mark, but we have one. So this is good. Let's see if we could use this M12 to drill through this steel to give ourselves a 3/8 inch hole. Wow, that went pretty well, right, guys? Nice clean hole. If you burr it, it was much quicker. Except on the backside. Just want to clean that backside up. This way, you don't have any metal shards. So I think I did a pretty good job. I might have went one step too much, but hey, we're gonna bolt it down and be nice and tight. I should have sponsors. So now we're gonna open our Husky ratchet set because I want to use a socket for this. What we have is 5/8" carrot bolts. We have washers and lock nuts. That is our preferred way of mounting this. And what we're going to do at this point is we're going to mount the vise temporarily, just so we can put some witness marks in for the other two holes. Campbell's probably like sitting on the couch somewhere. I gotta tell you, he's probably sitting on the couch. But we don't need Campbell, because we got your Real Estate Whisperer, Edge Every Day, and Redemption. Yo, if Redemption didn't show up, then I'd be concerned. Okay, and we're just, like I said, we're just doing this temporarily to make our next two witness marks. I'm a path of least resistance type guy, so that means that if I could hold it in place, I'd like to, and that's what we're going to do. It's like the good. Before we go drilling any of the rest of the holes here, let's just make sure we don't have any interference. So we'll have some interference here because of the way this handle slides, right? We'll still be able to fully operate our vise when it's in this lower position. If you guys even seen, I have to crunch over, slash over. This is the one time I feel tall, because I have to get everything in one shot. I don't want to be too far away. In the open position, though, we could go the full 360 degrees. So that will work well. Another good thing about this vise, I really like these Irwin vices. I guess they're called their record line, and I have multiple sizes of these vices. Like I said, I really like them. You're able to spin this vise. Okay, so you can use it in multiple positions. Okay, really comes in handy. So what we're going to do at this point is we're going to put our next witness mark. Another option to put witness mark is to use a very small drill bit. And that is the option I'm going to take right now. Sometimes if the steel's too hard, it will break. But we have our witness mark. I'm just so strong. And we're just making a witness mark here. Make sure if you're going to use a drill bit to make a witness mark, make sure that your drill bit isn't walking. If your drill bit starts to walk, readjust it. And if you can't keep it, if it's a very hard surface you're drilling through, I mean really tough, hard surface, your drill bit will walk. You might have no choice but to use, a punch and a hammer to make a witness mark at that point. So we have our witness marks. At this point, I'm going to take these bolts out, these nuts. We're going to take these nuts out, okay? And we're going to remove our bench vise for a second, just for a minute or two. Once again, we'll put it aside. Now, I got a question. Do you guys want me to continue to use the standard M12 with the step bit again? Do you want to see the fuel, if it works, if he cuts these holes any quicker? What would you guys like me to see? I mean, if you have a preference, tell me now, because this is all about you guys. If I was going to do this, I probably would have been and not turn the camera. I would have been done by now. So this is all about you guys. Whatever you'd like to see. If you want me to cut these holes with the fuel, just let me know in the comment section. Joshua Swensel says fuel. We got to vote for fuel. I'm all about using the fuel. No kidding, says your real estate whisperer. You guys are on topic, says Justin David. Edge Every Day says, I love that you laugh at yourself. Listen, if you're talking, you didn't say act, so I'll assume that you're talking to me. Definitely, listen, if you can't laugh at yourself, bro, you know what I mean? Definitely not a serious dude. Jack Brennan says, fuel would be cool. Cole X says, go fuel, please. Yo, we're going to break out the fuel. Now, I got one more question, boys and girls, and the very cool, everybody else that comprises the very cool gang. Do you want me to use the fuel and step it up with these titanium bits, or do you want me to go straight with the step bit? What do you think? Fuel! We got another vote for fuel! Fuel! 187 ICU says Hercules. Yo, step bits or standard bits? What do you think? Step bit, step bit, step bit. Titanium! We got one for titanium, two for titanium. Start with regular, then finish with step. All right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna drill. We're gonna drill the first two pilot holes, okay, with the standard titanium. This is like inner. Yo, Redemption said vibranium. Yo, ask Nick. Nick's not on the live stream, but when we were doing the filming of, when we were doing the videoing of the Walt Tuff system versus Milwaukee Packout, we'll link the video here, right? But we did a torture test where I don't know if you guys can see them back here, but we torture tested the heck out of these systems. They're organizer boxes. We ran them over with a truck. We dropped cinder blocks on them. You name it, we did it. Hosed them down with water. All kinds of crazy stuff. Towards the I guess somewhere in the middle, because it was extensive testing, I started calling him. All right, bro. You know, I would ask him, all right, who do you think's going to win this one? DeWalkie or DeWalkie? Because it was such a tight race between the two boxes. So we started calling him DeWalkie. Yeah, he said vibranium. Colt says, I agree, pilot, then step. All right, we're going to do one hole with the fuel. We're going to use standard drill bits, and then we're going to do the second hole with the step bit. We give you here at, I guess we're at VCG Construction. Here at VCG Construction, we give the very cool gang exactly what they want. If you leave it in the comments, of course. Did you put it in bleach? What, do I have a bleach mark on my shirt? Yo, guys, are you looking at my back? Do I have a bleach mark on my back? Effortless. We'll drill this witness hole. I know all the real machinists on the live stream right now love WD-40. I wish I had some. I do. I have like 10 cans back there. I just didn't bring it out because I forgot. Sorry. I should be spraying this down right now, right? Everybody's like, oh, WD-40 is just for getting rid of water. That was effortless. I gotta tell you, I can immediately feel the difference between the two lines. I mean, there's literally, we actually did a comparison where we tested the Gen 1 Milwaukee fuel of drill driver line. This unit is a hammer drill, but we tested those. We'll put the link right here. Go check it out. But I gotta tell you, when it came to standard driving tasks like screws, it was a very close race. But the fuel for longer screws almost seemed too powerful. Almost. You can never have too much power, but it was, you know, sometimes it was so powerful you might slip off. You know, just saying. Just saying. Okay, that was 5/30 seconds. I'm going to step it up to 3/16. tell you, like butter. Going through like butter. That's what they serve. My wife, she gets her favorite bagel is from a place. It's called Famous 4th Street Deli. It's in South Philadelphia. It's right off of South Street. And that's what she gets with her bagel. Butter. Like somebody asked earlier, what's butter? That's what it is. Goes on your bagel. Butter and a bagel. 187 ICU says lube the hole. Listen, if you're trying to prolong the life of your drill bit here, sometimes you gotta lube the hole. Otherwise, it'll wear out quicker. I'm just saying. You know, you get maybe a little chafing here. You know, just saying. Oh, it snapped right off. That's that keyless chuck. Not tightening it down. Tight enough. So our next step is 5/16. We're gonna make sure it's really tight this time. Tight! We're gonna make sure it's really tight. I think it might be this 5/16 bit. But luckily, back here I have my handy dandy Husky rolling bag. If you haven't seen the video where you guys get to explore my tool sack, I'll link it right here. But we do a whole expose of my tool sack. So we're going to step it up 5/16. I think this one, Brian Kerwick, should be sharper. Just saying. Brian Kerwick was correct. Us Philly boys do not know how to properly sharpen our drill bits. We're going to one more hole. 3/8. You should have drilled the holes before you started the live chat. I wanted to bring you guys along for the ride, David. Then fake it and make it look easy. I should have read the rest of it. I knew Bucher would have something great. Toit like a tiger. Insert Austin Powers joke here says Colt X. And Courtney S says LOL at Justin David. I probably should have. Everybody else would have done it. Let me tell you. On WHYY, public broadcast and all. You know. Norm Abrams. Nah, Norm he did everything. He was a great carpenter. But I'm just saying, some of these newfangled people, they don't, you know. You put, guys, I can tell you a story. I can tell you a story. You want to hear a story? I got a great story about House Swap. Have you ever watched the show? Has anybody watched the show House Swap? I got a great story for you guys. Or is it Room Swap or Room? I think it was like Room Swap or House Swap, where they got to exchange. Two families would exchange houses. They got to redo one room. Does anybody know that show? Have you ever heard of it? So we're good here. Kermit says blah, blah, blah. Edge Every Day says, yes, I do. Yeah, it was called House Swap. Trading Spaces, it's coming back on. I got a story for you guys. You ready? Here it goes. House Swap was in Philadelphia. Does everybody remember the premise of House Swap? The premise was, I think you got $500 to redo a room. Okay? And never heard of it, Vince, says Colt X. Trading Spaces is coming back on, says Mary Jo Cerrone. So you have some ridiculously cheap budget to redo a room in somebody's house, in your neighbor's house. They swap the house. Should have got Lorenzo to drill it in with his caulk, says David Bucher. He would have done an awesome job, and he's a handsome devil. So you would swap houses and redo a room in the house. You had a budget of $500, you could do whatever you want. They came to Philadelphia. Oh, it's Trading Spaces, says Mary Jo Cerrone. I appreciate that. Thanks, Mary Jo Cerrone. So they came to Philadelphia, and they were working in the Northern Liberties area. one of my industrial electricians and fabricators, heavy metal fabricate. He does heavy metal fabrication, and he does industrial artwork. He's a great dude. He was in that area, and the show called. They needed an electrician. They were going to put new lights in, and he's extremely busy and very successful in his own right. And it was like a Friday night. He was at the local bowling alley that's up there called North Bowl, sitting down. I guess he was having dinner and a drink. They called him. Jack Brennan says, well, I don't know everything. David, you're crossing a dirty line. David who? David Bucher? It's pretty funny. So they call him up. They say, hey, listen, we're from the show House Swap. We were referred to you. You know you could get this work done. We need some outlets moved around, and we need some lighting fixtures moved around in this house. And they said, you know, have you ever heard the show? It would be good for your business, blah, blah, blah. And he wasn't really interested in it anyway. And he really didn't want to do the work anyway. He wasn't into it. So Justin David says, I love that show. This is how they really, they kind of, those shows undermine really contractors and tradespersons and the work that we do, because they make everything look like so simple. You know, it used to be, like, you used to watch a show like This Old House, and some of you guys still watch This Old House. Projects would last weeks and weeks and weeks. Sometimes projects would last months. Some of these shows, like House Swap, it's like, oh yeah, we have it done in one night or one weekend. So this is what I want to share with you guys. They needed this electrical work done. The budget, according to the show, is $500 for the room. That's all they could spend. Okay? My friend that they called to do the electrical work when they were here in Philadelphia, they said to him, we need you to come. It's an emergency situation. Our electrician flaked. We need someone to move some outlets and lights. Will you come and do it? And he said, well, what are you going to pay me? And in his mind, he was trying to pretty much either make it worth his while where he wouldn't be upset, you know what I mean? Or they would tell him no. So he gave them what he thought was a ridiculous price, knowing that the budget for the entire remodel is $500. They said to him, so Redemption says $500. Yeah, right. That'd only be enough to redecorate a room. But that's what it was. It's supposed to be $500 to redecorate a room. They wanted all this electrical work. It was part of the redecoration process. So they said they said to him, what do you want? He said, give me $6,000 and I'll come out. I'll take care of it for you. It'll get done. They on the phone, when he said $6,000, they said, done. When time can you be here? Okay? So keep that in mind when you're watching the boob tube. All right? And they make everything look unbelievably easy, and everything magically gets done, and it only costs a couple of dollars. Okay? He charged them $6,000. They didn't bat an eye at it. Okay? Yo, and if you like that story, do me a favor, smash that like button. Okay? Because we're pulling the covers off of regular TV. We're going to bring everybody to the YouTube instead of the boob tube. Let's move on. Let's back this out. We're going to do our fourth hole. Let me just make sure this was... Oh, man, that's beautiful. All right. Yo, Jack Brennan, TV Exposed. My electrician pal. He charged them $6,000 for what's supposed to be a $500 total renovation for everything. And they didn't bat an eye at it. The wool is being pulled over the public's eye. Just saying. Let's see how the fuel does. M12, Gen 1. Let's see how it does. Opening up this hole to 3/8 of an inch. Yo, Yo, you guys almost saw the lights fall down on my head. You guys almost got a real show tonight. I don't know what the heck happened. I think the cats jumped up there. I don't know what's going on. But the LEDs almost fell. That's bizarre. Yo, that's bizarre, guys. Just saying. So, I mean, it literally cut that hole out. No problem at all. You know, is the fuel, if you're wondering, is the fuel line more powerful than the standard line? Should you spend the extra money? I'd say yes. Especially if you're just getting into the M12 line. You know, the deals that they're running right now with the pack-out cases or soft bags, hard cases that they're giving away, when you're buying the fuel line, I think it makes it, you know, in addition to the extra power, it makes it worth it. I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying. So, at this point, all we're going to do is we're going to take our vise. Going to make sure that we have the right orientation. Enlarge the hole, says Jack Brennan. Yo, Jack Brennan, I enlarged the hole. It's wide open. I got to make sure they fit. I might have to enlarge the hole. Let me check. Jack Brennan might be right on point. Because if they don't all line up, the only way to really get it in there is to enlarge it. You know, sometimes you just gotta, you know, for it to fit, you gotta enlarge it. Just saying. Whoa, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Looks like we're gonna have problems. We might need to enlarge some holes. Okay. At this point, I need my lock washers and my nuts. If I had some help here tonight, like if Nick was here or somebody came by the shop to give me a hand, or if Brian Edge said, yo, let me go hang out with my buddy Vince. You know what I mean? I would have had an extra set of hands. They could have helped me, you know, with these nuts. I'm just saying. Somebody could have handed them to me. It would have been nice to have some help. Just saying. Brian Edge is in the neighborhood. Justin David, let me see here. Where's the Loctite? Edge every day! I'm using a lock washer. I'm using a lock washer. Do I still need Loctite for real? What do you think, bro? I have Loctite back there. I don't think we're gonna need it though. I don't think we're gonna need it. But if you yell at me and say I do, I'll go and get it. I think you can handle your nuts by yourself, says Edge every day. Oh man, love it, love it. You're a very gifted Edge with wit. I'm excited because we're setting this. The vibration can't hurt. Yeah, it's in the back. I don't want to. You know what? If I find that we're seeing some vibration, loosen this baby up. What I'll do is I'll have Mikey J. I'll have Mikey J loosen it up and redo it. Now, I know it sounds horrible, but you know, what are you going to do? So, of course, we're doing everything like excess tonight. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, though. Oh, no. I was going to use, that's bizarre. That really stinks. I wanted to use the impact driver for you guys. This way, you could see the power of it. But I don't think I'm going to be able to. Let's see here. might need the adapter. I might need it. Let me see if I have an adapter. This is all about excess this evening. So, what do you think? Do you think we'll have enough fastening power to get these bolts locked down? I think we will. Hopefully that'll snap them off. Or actually snap the vise. The base of the vise. Oh my God. This friction ring is a monster. There we go. We're using a carriage bolt, so I think I'm going to start this baby on one. Overkill says 187 ICU. You know it, brother. We're all about the overkill. You know, I'm trying to wake Brian Kerwick up. He said keep the noise down. Part about the Milwaukee Fuel half-inch impact, it's like an infomercial. I feel like Vince from ShamWow. The best part about this Milwaukee Fuel impact driver is that it has 2 speeds. You can select the slow speed for snugging up these bolts and nuts. It's like I should really, I mean, yo, when am I going to get, when are they going to, really, it's like sponsor Vince. Sponsor the very cool guys. Nah, we don't do it for that. We have to use these tools anyway, so. But I try to give you the real deal on them. And it really is the good thing. It is a 2-speed. This way, you know, this iron, if we fastened it down too tight, because we were on setting 1, or there was only 1 setting, it was a high torque setting, you actually snap this steel. Just saying. So now, we've tightened, we've fastened down our vise. It's ready for duty. Okay? I mean, it's a really nice vise. I'm going to tell you, Irwin does a good job. At this point, the only problem we have, besides my socket set being a wreck, is that we have the bolts inside here, they're a little long. So I'd like to cut them off quickly. And I know you know what the best tool for that is. It just doesn't want to cooperate. I'm going to lower that. Okay, we're going to use our grinder. 4.5 inch. This is the standard. This is not the fuel. Okay, just saying. In case you guys were wondering. I'm going to put down, this is definitely an instance where you're going to want to use safety goggles. So if you have them, use them. I'm going to try to keep the sparks to a minimum. You know, it would make for a fantastic show. Second to only the Bellagio in Las Vegas, they're fountains. But you know, I don't want this to get into my eyes, so I'm gonna kind of face this down. Would be an amazing show, like Siegfried and Roy. Or Roy. it's always good to have a pair of gloves. You know, you cut those bolts off because you don't want somebody reaching. I mean, is it necessary? I think it is, because you could leave them dangling. The problem is that you don't want somebody to get the old knuckle buster. They're not paying attention. Bang, they hit that bolt, cut themselves open. You know, probably would be funny. It would probably make for like great video, but you know, that would be cool. And that, my friends, is all she wrote. So we're all mounted up. Okay, we're able to loosen it up. We're able to spin it to the down position. Spin it up, 45 degree. Multiple positions with this awesome Irwin Vise. Okay? We're ready to move on and do some great shop projects now that this Vise is in place. I'm super excited about it. Let me get, Bronx Bourbon says, "Sup ninjas." Bro, I haven't heard, what movie is that from? I haven't heard that. I think, what's her name was in it? I even forget her name. I can't remember. But nonetheless, I remember it was funny back in the day. Let me see here. Courtney Edge left. Peace out, Courtney Edge. Good night. Vince, let me see here. At Vince LOL. Overkill says Redemption by Brannigan. Overkill, I-87, ICU. Let me see here. Huh? What'd you say? Justin David. My ears are dead. Warning next time. LOL. Is that from dropping the hammer over here? I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. Not the yell. Justin David, you have no ear protection. Yeah. How's the lighting? Is the sound okay? How's the lighting? Is the sound okay? Vince, some earplugs, says Justin David. At Edgerdays, hashtag just saying. Yo, was it the lid closing or was it the grinder? Sorry, guys. You're going to wake up the kids with all that racket, says Bronx Bourbon. Sorry. Yo, it's pretty funny. I-87 ICU says, you can tone it down. That's the coolest thing about these tools. Yeah, I like the first speed. Hey, Bronx, get the recip. Yo, the grinder's so much faster. Sup, my ninja, says Bronx Bourbon. I'm loving it. I'm dying laughing. Get the grinder, says 187 ICU. Holla, Bronx. LOL, says 187 ICU. Justin David says, I ain't a ninja. I'm far from a ninja. I couldn't sneak up on anybody. Let me tell you that much right now. I have. If you haven't yet, don't forget to give this live stream a thumbs up. Yeah. I appreciate that, you real estate whisperer. 187 ICU says, cats are jumping out the window. Poor cats. I hate when it's dangling, says Justin David. Courtney S says, knuckle buster. It's a technical term. That's the truth. Your real estate whisperer says, be sure to VCG Construction, hit the notification bell. Never miss another great video. As soon as we start making them, you'll never miss them again. Smash that like button and the bell. Mary Jo Cerrone says, looks good. Jack Brennan, these nuts won't be dangling. They won't be. Justin David says, gosh. David Bucher says, finally, Vince, good job. John H. back, we live and moist, boys. Yo, I gotta tell you, I've worked hard tonight. Where's Brian Kerwick? I mean, of anybody, he should be saying congratulations. Look. For my first time ever working, I did a good job. Look at this thing. I mean, it's unbelievable. We live and moist. Redemption RBA says, John H. back. Bronx Bourbon, did you paint the box black? John H. back says, congratulations. So this is what happened. I bought this box. It was previously, as you can see, the orange sticking through. It was a Klein box. I go to an auction out in the Lancaster region. You know, they have auctions like once a month. I go with my buddy, the fabricator. I told you, he charged $6,000 to house swap. So we go there. I think I got 2 of these for $100. So $50. These are like $300 at Depot. $2.99, $1.99, $2.99, $50 a piece at the auction. It was a great deal. How do you pass that up? I didn't even need job boxes at the time. I didn't need them. For $50 though, make me holler. I picked it up. I'm telling you. Let me see here. Brian Kerwitz says L-O, Lou. And then he says LOL. Justin David, it's true Mondays are contractor's favorite day of the week. 187 ICU says get the beer out, job done. It's the and I appreciate all you. Your real estate whisperer says I want a beer, LOL. Just buying things to buy. Yeah, that's the truth. Don't we all? Yeah, 187 ICU says break out the beers. Yo, I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me, keeping me company while I manage this bench voice. We're going to be doing a lot of cool testing using this thing. We got some projects coming up. Stay tuned. Listen, if you guys have questions, DIY questions, renovation questions, YouTube questions, you know, anything, come by on Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to Q&A Wednesday, where we interact. We help bring the very cool gang together. You guys get to meet each other. I get to meet you. It's awesome. Stop on by. Nathaniel Bradley says, did you hear back from about Five Below? I'm waiting for the feedback. It's looking promising. I got to tell you. I appreciate you asking, and I appreciate everybody that sent out the good vibes and the chi. I really do. It means a lot to me. I appreciate it. And I think it's going to connect. I'm crossing my fingers. I don't want to jinx it, but I will have an update for you guys very shortly. Mary Jo Cerrone says, VCG are the hardest working guys on YouTube. Yo, thanks, Johnny HVAC. Johnny HVAC said that. Mary Jo Cerrone said, have a good night. I love me some Wednesdays. Thank you, Real Estate Whisperer. Love and respect, Vince. Gotta go. Thanks, Jack Brennan. One Love says Redemption. Redemption, thank you for another great night. Redemption is a great creator, has multiple channels on YouTube. Go check him out, Redemption RVA. He does different camera testing, dash cams, video cameras. He has Tech Tool Outdoors, where he tests drones, crashes them too. It's like horrific. Go check him out. He's a great dude. Always playing moderator. He plays moderator for all of YouTube. It's unbelievable. Go check out your Real Estate Whisperer. Go check out Edge Every Day. These are our moderators. Edge Every Day has a video. Frying an egg in a stainless steel pan. It's got 20,000 views. Listen, Sean Nelson says I'm a beast. Moist night. Listen, guys, I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Thanks for keeping me company. We're ready to go. That's it. We're ready to go. The projects are going to be underway. It's going to be better than ever. Thank you, very cool gang. Thanks a lot. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.